We're gonna yop it, yeah, we're gonna yop it. We're gonna yop it, no, we ain't gonna stop. Ain't gonna stop that yop. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yop it in the morning and yop till afternoon. Prepare and beware, we're about to yop soon. Yop, 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 yop.
All right, yeah, I made up my mind. No more using that song. Yeah, I'm not feeling it, guys. Not feeling that song. Never did. Maybe the person who submitted it, perhaps they put some effort into it. I don't really know. It's hard to tell. Guys, let me just be clear. If you're gonna submit a song for us to use as an intro, make sure that you put some passion into it, okay? Here at the Yacht Tower, we're a fairly passionate bunch. When people come here, they expect like a level of quality, and we're just not getting that out of this song. The Yacht Tower exudes quality. That's what we're all about here. Remember when I did those waveforms a while back when I had waveforms for the video and they looked so cool? But they didn't get like that many, not that many people seem to like comment on it really, and they ended up bricking my computer and everything, or at least were largely responsible for breaking that down. So now I have a far worse computer to be doing all this work on, which has really slowed down the processes quite a bit. What was my point again? Okay, sorry, yeah, it doesn't matter. So basically, guys, this episode, I'm very happy to say, is a good news episode. That's right, there's sort of like a spectrum of Yacht Tower episodes, we have some low points occasionally. It's happened. This is war, after all. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. I'm sure that the Watchtower has had their fair share of rough days where they thought like it was all over and that the Yacht Tower was going to take over any second. That's something that they have to contend with every single day. And that has got to be taking a toll on their psyches. You listen to some episodes of the Pod Tower that they've been releasing here lately, and these guys, they just sound unhinged. These guys, they watched Torch Song. Guys, they watched Torch Song from the Batman animated, the new Batman Expeditions, and they did not like Torch Song. They actually gave it a very negative review. Torch Song, guys, Torch Song. This episode had Firefly in it. That's a fan favorite. One of Batman's best rogues, in my opinion. I wish I could talk about it longer, but we simply don't have the time because, let's be honest, I would just start rambling on and on about how much I love Firefly and Torch Song. But I think we're all on the same page there, except for the Pod Tower, who their quality has just completely dropped off a cliff, if they ever had it to begin with. But anyways, I'm getting distracted again. Okay, the point of this episode is that a few days ago, I was sitting at home alone. It's starting to get cold again. I had to turn on my oven and leave the door open, that old trick. I was just kind of wallowing in self-pity for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, my mind lights up with this realization. Whatever happened to the insider we had at the Watchtower? Longtime viewers of this show will remember that there is an insider who has been in contact with us before, who works at the Watchtower, and who has given us intel on what they've been doing behind the scenes. And this brave-hearted whistleblower was responsible for blowing the lid off the Watchtower's whole plan to take over several other YouTube channels and steal all their content like they did with ours. And I haven't really kept up with those other channels. I don't really remember what they were anymore because that was 25 episodes ago or something. Pretty sure they're all gone now. Pretty sure pretty sure they did not heed our warnings, but the point is that this insider at the Watchtower has just made a lot of progress in earning the trust of the people running the Watchtower, of really rising to a level that they would never be suspected of being a traitor. Let me be very clear here. This person is a hero, okay? I don't throw around that word lightly. I'm the kind of guy who watches Justice League, Unloaded is all the time. I'm always tuned into that show, and that show's full of superheroes. But let me be clear, that does not dull my senses when it comes to recognizing heroes in real life. And so basically, I hadn't heard from this insider in a long time, and I was like, oh, what's going on there? Did something go down? And so I contacted the insider through my secretive means, basically email. And the insider basically said that, one thing led to another, and they just kind of forgot. So I was in no position to, get angry or anything because, I've forgotten some things from time to time. I'm not perfect, in spite of what a lot of you commenters seem to believe. We got to talking a little bit, and I was like, okay, this has been a pretty rough year for the Yop Tower. What can we do to increase morale amongst the troops? That's you guys. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, there were some ideas thrown around. We were chatting for a while. I mean, this is probably the longest I've spoken to another human being in maybe, I don't know, a year and a half or something. So this bond is tight. We talked about a lot of things, threw a lot of ideas out there. The one that stuck is this, and I'm going to tell it to you now. The insider recommended that I send over $500 by wire in American currency. They wanted that within a couple of weeks, and that this money will be used to hire a professional private eye. Now, what's this private eye for, you might be thinking? Well, here's the thing, and this is something that I wasn't really aware of before, and maybe you guys didn't know either. The insider kind of revealed to me that the entire reason they call their channel the Watchtower Database is because they have a real physical database somewhere out there in America where they keep like the servers and their files on like all their upcoming videos and projects and crimes. They keep it all jotted down and cataloged in some warehouse somewhere, some literal database. And that it is just a matter of finding this location and bringing it down. And frankly, when I learned this, I was just stunned because I'd always thought that the database part of the channel, I thought that was like a DCAU reference. This whole time, and that's the thing, that's what makes this like so sinisterly brilliant, is that they were hiding this in plain sight right under all of our collective noses. And no one was the wiser. We didn't even know that they were doing this. And so after the private eye has found this location, the plan is to use a little bit more money to pay off a building inspector to go to the location and survey it. The inspector will then confabulate some reason why the building is not up to code, and he'll basically shut the entire thing down. He will shut down the Watchtower, and boom, there you have it. That they are left with nothing at that point. This entire time, I've always thought that the way to take down the Watchtower was to go after the YouTube channel. That's just where my mind naturally went, and I never knew just how big this operation really was, and that they had this obvious weak spot that we could exploit. And guys, when this operation goes down, I don't see how the Watchtower can recover from it. This database, wherever it is the heart and soul of their operations, and we got its number. Well, we don't yet, but we will. So this episode's running a little long. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Here's what's going to happen. In a couple weeks, I think I can scrounge together $500. That's going to be tough. That is a lot for me. If you want to donate, by all means, I'm accepting pretty much anything at this point. I'll accept change. Do you have change? I'll take it. But yeah, in a couple weeks, I hope to have enough money to send to my insider. They made it clear that it'll probably take a while to find a private eye that is trustworthy enough to handle this massive operation. And by the time of next month's episode, when we do the next Yoppie Dude episode, I'm thinking that we'll have a little Zoom call with my insider. I'll be sure to disguise their voice so that, nobody can recognize who they are or anything. But that way, we can air some of our, if we have any questions or something, we can get those out now before things really start rolling out. Because once this starts happening, it is happening, So I look forward to airing that episode next month. And I guess just keep an eye out for it. But this is big. We're trudging full steam ahead. There's no stopping the yopping. Good night, everybody.